Um, we talked about target date funds and asset allocation. So like a target date fund would start with like 98% equity, and then it would go like this. So it would start with, only like 2 to 5% fixed income, and then as you age, so how old are you today? So as you're 22, you probably have like 2%, but then if you hit 32, you might say, okay, I'm up to 12%, and then I'm 42, I have 20 or 30%, and then right, so it keeps going. This is what in practice financial planning is you model out using a Monte Carlo simulator what the expected result is, and you help clients make investment decisions based on what that analysis says. Also, the other thing about this is that, as we've said, conventional wisdom would tell you as you age, you get more conservative, but the bonds are really for safety, not for return, meaning you want them in the 5 years before and after you retire. So your asset allocation actually would probably look like this, meaning that you have more bonds in the relatively danger zone when you first retire, and then you can go up in risk because the majority of your expenses have already been paid through that danger zone. Bonds typically, and this is much open for debate, but typically we think of bonds not as return drivers, but as risk avoiders, meaning that we want to have adequate bonds, not because we think we're going to make a ton of money on them, but because they're going to allow us to withdraw from the portfolio that is relatively stable, or a portion of the portfolio that's relatively stable when equities are down, giving us enough time for equities to recover.